Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum friends. I hope you all are learning linguistics with Tia. This is the second lecture of our new series that is about systemic functional linguistics. In this lecture, we are going to talk about what is systemic functional linguistics and key concepts SFL as well as meta functions in SFL. So let's move to our first slide to learn all about systemic functional linguistics. What is systemic functional linguistics? Systemic functional linguistics, or SFL, is a theory of language, and British linguist Michael Halliday has developed this theory in 1960s. SFL is a sort of framework for analyzing how language functions in communication, with specific focus on the relationship between language and its social context. SFL views language as a system for making meaning rather than just set of grammatical rules or structure. For instance, as you can see in the picture, by observing someone sitting on a prayer, raising hands and saying something in Arabic or any other language is considered an example of language as a social semiotics. So SFL functions in communication and keep in view language and its social context. SFL views language as a system for making meaning. So language is a tool for communication. But significant thing is context, so significant part in SFL. Try to go through part of this lecture, that is the key concepts in SFL. Significant key concepts in SFL are functionality, context, register, semiotics, and grammarity. SFL emphasizes that language serves various functions beyond just conveying information. These functions, according to SFL, are representing experiences and events, interacting with others, and organizing discourse or text. Concept is context. Language is seen as inherently connected to its social and cultural context. SFL analyzes how language choices are influenced by the situational context, social relationships, and cultural conventions. As you can see in the last slide, that a person sitting on rug prayer, the meanings social, cultural, and conventional. That person is offering prayer. Register refers to the variety of language that is appropriate for particular social situation or context. SFL examines how language varies according to different registers, such as formal and informal language, and how speakers make choices about language to suit different communicative contexts. Second last is semiotics. SFL incorporates semiotic principle by recognizing that language is just one semiotic resource among many. So semiotics is all about the study of signs and symbols. Semiotics are visual symbols, gestures, and other forms of communication. So language is just one form according to semiotics. Grammar. In SFL, grammar is not only concerned with structure and syntax, but it also deals with how language is used to create meanings. So SFL analyzes the grammatical choices that speakers make to achieve specific communicative purposes. So we can say that SFL is a sort of comprehensive framework for understanding how language operates in social context, how it is used to convey meaning, and how it reflects and shapes social relations and identities. Metafunction is an important concept in SFL. Metafunction refers to overarching functions are purposes that language serves in communication. Meta functions describe the fundamental roles that language plays beyond its literal or surface level meanings. In SFL, according to Halliday, who propose this framework, there are three main meta functions. As you can see here, ideational, interpersonal, and textual. First important meta function is ideational one. It deals with the representation of experiences and realities through language. It focuses on how language constructs meanings about the world, including events, actions, participants, and circumstances. So it concerned with expressing ideas, facts, beliefs, and knowledge. So ideational meta function pertains to how language represents someone's feelings, senses, events about the world. In SFL, it concerned with the content or substance of the message that is conveyed through any sort of discourse or text. It answers the questions such as what is happening, focuses on the representation of reality. For example, in the sentence, the cat, the mouse. The ideational metafunction represents the action of chasing, and the participant involved in the action are the cat and the mouse. So you can see that the cat is the actor and mouse is also playing role. So ideational metafunction is all about events, action, belief, and knowledge. Interpersonal metafunctions involve how language is used to interact with others and negotiate social relationship. It focuses on relationship and the expression of attitude, feelings, intentions, and the regulation of social behavior. This metafunction is concerned with the interaction between speakers and listeners. It addresses questions such as who is talking to whom and how are they related to each other. It encompasses speech acts such as greeting, requesting, apologizing, and expressing emotions. For example, in the sentence, you please pass me the salt. The interpersonal metafunction involves making request and establishing social relationship between the speaker and the listener. Metafunction is important concept in SFL. Metafunction refers to overarching functions or purposes that language serves in communication. Metafunctions describe the fundamental roles that language plays beyond its literal or surface level meanings. In SFL, according to Halliday, who propose this framework, there are three main metafunctions. As you can see here, ideational, interpersonal, and textual. Let's have a look on the example to understand textual metafunction. The weather forecast for tomorrow predicts heavy rain in the morning, followed by scattered showers in the afternoon. Despite the gloomy outlook, outdoor enthusiasts can still enjoy some activities with proper rain gear. Remember to bring an umbrella and waterproof jackets if you plan to be outside. Now let's analyze the textual metafunction within this paragraph. First one is information structure. The paragraph is structured to provide information about the weather forecast for tomorrow. It begins by stating the main point, the prediction of heavy rain in the morning, followed by additional detailed scattered showers in the afternoon and advice for outdoor activities. So this is the main content and information given in the example. Next one is cohesion. Cursive devices are used to connect sentences and maintain the flow of information. For example, the transition despite in the second sentence links the contrasting ideas of heavy rain with the suggestion that outdoor activities are still possible. Third one is coherence. The paragraph is coherent one because the sentences are logically connected and contribute to the overall message about the weather forecast. Every sentence builds upon the previous one, provide additional information or elaborating on previous point. The paragraph maintains a clear focus on the topic of the weather forecast and offers practical advice for dealing with the predicted condition. One is textual feature. The example exhibits features commonly found in the written text such as sentence structure, punctuation, and paragraph organization. The textual features contribute to the readability and clarity of the text, making it easier for a reader to understand and follow the information that is presented in the text. The key points of this lecture: systemic functional linguistics is a theory of language that was developed by the British linguist Michael Halliday in 1960s. It is a sort of framework for analyzing how language functions in communication with a focus on the relationship between language and its social context. Key concepts in systemic functional linguistics are functionality, that emphasis that language serves various functions beyond just conveying information. Key concept is context and cultural context. And SFL analyzes how language choices are influenced by the situational context, social relationship, and cultural conventions. Register refers to the variety of language those are appropriate for particular social situation or context. And semiotics incorporates that language is just one semiotic resource among many that humans use to make meaning. So, this includes visual symbols, gestures, and other forms of communication. Last key concept in SFL is grammar. In SFL, grammar is not just concerned with structure and syntax, but also with how language is used to create meanings. So in SFL, language is the system of social semiotics. Semiotics is the study of sign and symbols and their use and interpretation. Semiotics examines how signs are used within social context to convey meanings, construct identities, and negotiate social relationship. Social semiotics explores the way in which language, visual images, gestures, and other forms of communication are shaped by social factors such as culture, power dynamics, ideology, and social norms. In linguistics, particularly in systemic functional linguistics, refers to the overarching function or purpose that language serves in communication. Metafunctions describe the fundamental roles that language plays beyond its literal or surface level meaning. In SFL, according to Halliday, three metafunctions are ideational, interpersonal, and textual. Metafunctions deals with the representation of experiences and realities through language. It focuses on language construct meaning about the world, including events, actions, participants, and circumstances. Interpersonal metafunctions pertain to how language is used to establish and maintain social relationship as well as to express attitude, feelings, intention, and social roles. Is textual metafunction. It concerns the organization and structure of discourses or text. It focuses on language creates coherent and cohesive text by arranging information, maintaining flow, and signaling relationship between elements. So textual metafunction ensures that language is well organized and easily understandable for the audience.